Shay, my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay, and today we're going to do some more SPFBO9 first chapter reads. So I want to start this off by saying books are starting to get eliminated from the competition, but I want to let you guys know that I'm not having that bear any kind of weight on what I'm feeling about these first chapter reads. Just to let y'all know that while I really like SPFBO9 as a competition, just because it gives indie authors the chance to get their book out there, keep in mind that, and I know that these books are being read by most of the time one individual person. So everybody has completely different reading tastes. So this person may not like this book, or it may not be in her genre or her wheelhouse or his or her wheelhouse, but this person over here may really like it. So that's why I'm not really taking heart in some of these books that are being eliminated. I'm still up to read those books. I'm still up to continue to read those first chapters. Let's go ahead and dive right in. I've read 20 more SPFBO9 first chapters. So out of these first chapters, I liked 5. Well, I liked more than 5. Here's the thing. I think that I probably, out of all the first chapter reads that I have come across, I am being the least picky. I feel like I'm adding all these books to my TBR. There's nothing inherently wrong with most of these books. They're very readable. It just may not appeal to me. The ones that I don't pick just may not appeal to me. I say that to say this, like some books that I did not, that you won't see here, it's not that I don't recommend them or I didn't like your first chapter. It's just it just didn't jive with me. It's not a genre that I wanted to read. These are just specifically first chapters that I want to read. And it's a way to decrease, because I can't add all 300 to my TBR, okay? It's just a way to kind of pick which ones I want to prioritize as I'm reading them. Let's go ahead and start with Blood of Vengeance by Angel Hayes. So this is a prequel. I actually looked this up on Goodreads and it's a 0.5. So it is a prequel novel. Starts with the fight scene in the arena and we're meeting our main character, Killian. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the fight scene. I'm wondering where it's going to kind of go from there. I did continue on to kind of get the feel of the rest of the book and I liked it. So who knows? I may read this in the future. Also, The Bleeding Stone by Joseph John Lee. I read the prologue. I liked the setup of the book and it seems like it's a lot of historical vibes to it, but I really enjoyed it. Next, we have Hills of Heather and Bone by K.E. Andrews. So liked the tone, liked the vibes of the story. Let me tell you something. A lot of people think that when you put trigger warnings on a book, it can sometimes turn readers away, but I'm here to tell you that I read a lot of the trigger warnings. K.E. Andrews had a page of trigger warnings and it made me want to read the book. So yeah, so it was a plus for me. I'm like, ooh yeah. Twilight Kingdom by H.J. Tolson. So this kind of gave me the vibes of Harry Potter living under the stairs. This girl is, you know, nobody likes her in her family. I think they think she's evil or something. I don't know because I only read the first chapter, but it seems like it's going to be a dark fantasy. I looked it up on Goodreads after I read the chapter and it seems like it's going to be a dark fantasy. I'm maybe in my dark fantasy era. I need to explore it some more, but I really enjoyed the writing and the characters. And then lastly, we have Vevensong by Jonathan Neves Mayers. And I may have said that and butchered that name, but this is an apocalyptic story and I am a sucker for apocalyptic. And there's these creatures, that's all I know, and they're going to kill people. And they're having to evacuate their city and live in some kind of cocoon. I don't know, but I was intrigued because, like I said, I want to know what's going on. I don't want to know about the world. I want to know how these creatures came to be, what's going to happen. I'm all for it. And also it got some emotions out of me just in the first chapter, so it's a win. And that's all that I'm going to say for now. I do have a week off of work coming up, so I'll be able to really, I think, make some really good headway on this project, but I will check in when I read some more. Okay, so I am back and I'm going to close out this vlog. I realized I did not check in it that many times, but I've now read 30 additional entries, which makes this vlog 50 entries for first chapter reads in SPFBO9. I am doing these a lot slower than I thought I would, but that's because I really want to give my attention to these authors and their books, and I don't want to speed read through anything or read them when I'm kind of out of the mood. Like, I don't want to get burnt out on reading first chapters. So it's kind of a bit slower. I'm hoping to get to 200. I think I'm at 170 after this video, and I'm hoping to get to 200 by the end of July, and then I'm hoping to then finish up the last 100 in August, and then hopefully get to read some more of these awesome books. So out of the 30 I read, let me just say that SPFBO9 reads, there's a lot of reads that I enjoy, that I find that the writing is superb. But again, it's just not my type of story, so I don't want you to think that if your book is not in here, it means that it was bad by any means. I have actually been pleasantly surprised at the quality of books that I have been reading here in the SPFBO competition. So let's go ahead and get with it. So the first one is The Last Day Aiken by Jeremy D. Miller. I don't know if I said that right, but I like the writing. It seemed like there was going to be multiple different kind of creatures in this book, so the world building seems like it would be really cool, and I wanted to check it out. The next one is Truth of Crowns by Carl Albert. Again, I read the prologue of this. I really liked it, and I liked the writing style. It seemed like it would jive with me. The next one is The Certainty of Blood by Tim Frankovich. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. This is the second book where I have liked that has some kind of gladiator fighting in a ring vibe to it. I can't remember what the other one was that I mentioned previously that's now on my TBR, but I obviously have some kind of thing for this ringed gladiator kind of thing. The writing was good, and I'm intrigued in that one. The next one is An Ocean of Others by Joshua Scott Edwards. I liked the writing, I liked where the plot was going, and also this is a fantasy horror, which I want to dive more into, so I'm interested to see where this one goes. And then the last one that I liked out of this group of 30 is The Sparrow and the Oak Tree by Jamie Jackson. Again, there was a mystery plot, it drew me in, I liked the characters immediately, was connected with the first chapter, and I liked the writing style. Those are all of the ones that I liked out of that batch of 30. Like I said before, I'm continued to be blown away by the quality of these books and the amount of books that I'm adding to my TBR. And just because you don't see your book here, certainly it doesn't mean that I won't give it a shot and I won't read it in the future, just depending on what's going on and what my mood is. So that is me signing off on 50 more SPFBO first chapter reads.